We've seen war. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
Kiss my ass. They're criminals. It is a hole. You ever been there?
He says what everyone else is thinking.
I'm dedicated to it. I can't be stopped.
I love when they give me a countdown. 3, 2, 1, start. It happened December 13th, 1948 in the Motor City. Before I was born, Motown was known as Mo, but right after December 13th, there was Motown than there was a moment ago. This is the Ted Nugent, Real America's Voice. Piss and vinegar, positive energy, positive spirit, positive attitude, gung-ho, quadruple live Gonzo, American Spirit Campfire. Come on, don't you want one of those in your life? Well, you got one, thanks to me and my team at Real America's Voice. How about, let's hear it for them. John and Ryan and Shahu and all you people. Am I missing somebody out there? But anyhow, and Parker and Shemaine. How about Shemaine's Faith and Freedom on Real America's Voice? Tune in to the Real America's Voice. Tell everybody you know, because communication is the key. Look at my wife, look at that. Are you kidding me? You wonder why I have ammo bags under my eyes? Because I have a ballistically coefficient American dream. Middle finger first in defiance, critical thinking, and I'm suspicious of all authority. I question all authority because when I need authority, I look to God, Shemaine, and my inner soul, my spirit, my intellect, my demand for adventure on knowledge. Welcome to the Real America Voice, Ted Nugent Spirit Campfire. I'm having so much fun. It's stupid. In fact, I was with the Fox and Friends morning crew. How about Steve Ducey? Come on. The response has been just a gargantuan, positive, tsunami monsoon, double whammy, Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali flurry of thank yous and celebrating the obvious positive attitude, spirit, wisdom, intellect, maximum spirit wild, and fun, the F word, F-U-N. And it's trending. Somebody just texted me, Don Pay, my HunterNation.org. We're going to put that on the screen all the time because that's how we're going to win America back. That's how we won it in 2024. HunterNation.org reached out to demographics who had not registered to vote that stand for live, believe, and genuflect at the altar of God, family, country, Constitution, Bill of Rights, Ten Commandments, Golden Rule, Declaration of Independence, work ethic, good over evil, goodwill and decency, law and order, all that radical stuff that the Founding Fathers wrote down in pillars of confirming that God gave all of us individual rights. And that's why the Ted Nugent, Steve Ducey party on the sacred swamps and fens and marshes of Michigan, southern Michigan, where I own a piece. You know, they talk about the lap of God. I squirm wildly naked in the lap of God. It's called a swamp. It's called the Sacred Nugent Hunting Grounds. And I got to thank the team. Steve Ducey, you got a good attitude. You got a great team. By the way, the #1 rated thing on television right now is not only Fox and Friends and the Fox News Network, but Steve Ducey's Fox and Friends Morning Walk. Is that what it's called? I don't know what it's called, but that's what it is. And so he said, Ted, we're going to do a Henry Ford. I don't know if it's Henry, but I think it's the great-great-grandson of Henry Ford in Detroit. And when everybody said Detroit, Motor City, Detroit, Motor City, madman, let's go visit Uncle Ted. Just 100 miles west of Detroit. So they did a bunch of segments. I don't know all the people they did it with. Barack. Man, the coffee's good. The coffee brings out toxic surplus gas. It's a gas, Jumpin' Jack Flash. So thank you, Steve Ducey, and thank you, Renee and Christian and Taylor. I don't know everybody else's name. There's a whole flurry of guys. They have a lot of guys. They come out here with all this Gonzo radio, free Europe, intergalactic, electronic, outrageous devices and technology, and they plugged into my barn. It's so adorable. I got a barn full of stuff. So, thank you, Steve Ducey and Fox and Friends. And I understand not only is Fox and Friends Morning Walk with Steve Ducey the #1 rated thing, It's only 20 minutes long or whatever it is. It should have been 20 days because I had a lot more to say. So I'm saying it right here on Real America's Voice. Welcome. How you doing? But thank you for the response. I got Gonzo outrageous global response to the Uncle Ted positive fun, smiling, laughing, identifying all the best elements of mankind. And still there were people that got angry. It's such a bonus. It's like when you have a Dairy Queen, though I don't eat it because it doesn't have any dairy in it. Yikes. Anyhow, and you put that little swirl on the top of your American dream. That's what I provided to Steve Ducey. So thank you, Fox and Friends. Thank you, Lawrence and Brian and Ainsley. And I think, what's the other gal's name? Beautiful gals. No wonder it's the Fox Network. And it's the top-rated trending thing on social media right now. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Drive safely. Have a nice day. There's a dynamo hum. By the way, you know this middle finger? Come on, I can show it. It's this one. You know, I can't show it separately, but I can show it in context. See that scar? The tip of that middle finger, very important middle finger, I'll show you on the Gibson Birdland. That middle finger was dangling from a thread because I was cutting corks for my cork gun in 1957 at 23251 Florence, right off the Rouge River in Detroit in Redford. See, I remember all this stuff. Yeah, those are bags under my eyes, but they're ammo bags. They're knowledge bags. I can't believe they just drooped down like a giant T-Rex scrotum slamming against sea to shining sea. But being that as it may, what made that Uncle Ted walk with Steve Ducey so effervescent, so buoyant, so upbeat, and the #1 trending thing in the Gonzo Radio Free Europe Intergalactic Bonsai Zone is because it's so positive. See, I can't get rid of the snicker. I don't eat Snickers, but I produce Snickers. So thank you for joining me on the Spirit Campfire. And I'm just rambling on because that's what you do at campfires. And I want to thank my RAV team. Who do I get there? I got John and who do I got there? I got John and Shahu. And anyhow, they can tell me later. But thank you for joining me. And by the way, this big mouth of freedom, that's right. Nugent's got a big mouth for freedom. I support your choices in life as long as you don't drop a turd upstream from my American dream. You can't poop in the stream upstream, and just because that's what you want to do, and then that toxins come downstream to the rest of our American dreams. You got to be conscientious. And by the way, I'm surrounded by conscientious people, just good people. In fact, I got a buddy coming on here today that's a biologist. You know, it's a shame that the author of Wango Tango probably knows more about wildlife than any of the so-called biologists in state bureaucrat game departments. So I'm going to take them on next Wednesday in Lansing, Michigan, the Michigan DNR and the Michigan Natural Resource Commission. They are just completely corrupt. I'm going to be a gentleman, but I'm going to be firm because your regulations are illegal. Kirk Gibson and I busted our ass along with some other great conservation families in Michigan to pass Proposal G that demands the logic, the truth, logic, and common sense science that all wildlife regulations in the great winter water wonderland, Great Lakes state of Michigan have to be based on sound science. Sound science. Currently, no game laws, no fishing, no wildlife regulations in Michigan adhere to the law of sound science-based regulations. So I'm going to go up there and fix them. It's going to be adorable. We'll put it on the Ted Nugent Spirit of the Wild TV show on the Pursuit Network. Are you not? If you're not watching Shemaine Nugent's Queen of the Forest on Spirit of the Wild TV 8 times a week on the Pursuit Network, write it down, Pursuit Network. It's hysterical. Effervescent masculinity, effervescent femininity. There's only one or the other. There's nothing in between. It is the best. It's the #1 rated outdoor conservation TV show in the history. Talk to Jackie Bushman. He's been doing it for 40 years. We've been doing it for 36 years. Jackie Bushman, I love you. But anyhow, we got 2 minutes left, so I'm going to celebrate why I can have a First Amendment. Because God gave it to me. Founding Fathers wrote it down, and real all-American entrepreneurs support it, like Mike Lindell. Go to mypillow.com. I know you hear this all the time, but it's Father's Day every day. It's Thanksgiving every day. It's Mother's Day every day. It's Veterans Day every day. It's Memorial Day every day. It's Love Day every day. Go to mypillow.com. Mike Lindell has got insane sales going on. The guy, I don't know how he does it. He's a great American. MyPillow.com, type in the code SPIRIT and support this great man. World-class products, the slippers, the dog beds, the pillows, all that stuff. We use it all. We used it all before he came and supported my big mouth First Amendment celebration on the Real America Voice Spirit Campfire. Mike Lindell was already there because we were buying his products because I need slippers that I can go out and do my chores in. And I need pillows where I can get some good sleep, even though I have ammo bags under my eyes. MyPillow.com, please go there, write it down. This is where you need to spend your hard-earned money. Also, Tucktec Kayaks.com. It's kayak season. Let nature heal your soul. And nothing does it better than the mystical flight of the arrow and a Tucktec kayak. Go to foldupkayaks.com. I'm not kidding. People are getting these products, world-class, made in America, hard shell, folding, portable kayaks. Kayaks. Place sackage away and go into uncharted waterways. 855-TUCK-TECH, made in the USA, hard shell, folding kayaks. Code CAMPFIRE, 30% off. That's almost free. Foldupkayaks.com. And armslist.com. I'm going to tell you right now as we wrap up the last 20 seconds. Armslist.com. Go there, write it down. Sign up the people that you love and you want them to be prepared to defend their precious gift of life. You have to have ballistico efficiency, aim small, miss small tactics. You got to go to my sponsors, armslist.com. Armslist.com. It's a great, great party we have. We snort the essence of black cocaine as gunpowder fills our airwaves on the Ted Nugent Real America's Voice Spirit Campfire. Come on!